My name is Fico Vidale, better known as Fico Vidale. I was born here in Zambia in 1967 to a hunting family. My father was firstly a crocodile hunter, and then in the 70s or 1970 he became a professional hunter. So I spent a lot of my childhood in the bush, and hence my passion for being in the bush and for the hunting. I've hunted a lot in Tanzania, Mozambique. I've been to Botswana and to Zimbabwe hunting also with clients of mine. But at the end of the day, Zambia is my home, so I've settled here now, and I'm hunting the Lunga Busanga concession in northwestern province of Zambia. So it's just bordering, and it's a buffer zone to the Kafue National Park, and we've got like 1,800 square kilometers of hunting area. A lot of the money that comes from the hunting is plowed back into anti-poaching and community work here. What we're trying to do is get the community to understand the value of the wildlife, but not only the wildlife, also of the flora of the area. We've got a lot of problems with people cutting down trees, especially in this area for what's known as mapani worms. They cut down a lot of trees, big trees, for beehives that they take the honey from, and it's destroying a lot of the forest. So they cut the tree down here, a tree that takes maybe 100 years to grow, for a few pounds of honey. They'll make a fire with lots of smoke to smoke out the bees, to get them drunk so they don't sting. And then they'll cut the comb out, but they'll destroy everything. They destroy the hive, the queen bee gets killed, so they're destroying a lot, you know, the tree, the hive, everything. You know, and you'll notice how many trees they actually cut down in the bush while we're driving around. You know, I've started like a project, so we buy an actual hive that's made out of wood and try and keep them closer to the villages, and they harvest the honey there like twice a year. We're trying to get them to understand that you don't cut down trees like that. You know, this, as I said, it's a tree that takes 100 years to grow. And also we've got a lot of burning every year, which is not really that good for the place. So what we're trying to do is, working with the community through the hunting, we're trying to introduce some options to them so that they don't continue this destructive method of utilizing these areas. We've also given some scholarships, so there's some of the schools that are within the area, some of their better students are getting a chance to go to a university in the bigger towns like Lusaka and Ndola to get a better education, so that they come back here and explain to their own people that there is a benefit for looking after the wildlife in the area. The wildlife that we actually hunt, the clients pay a trophy fee for. That money actually goes directly to the community here for any of the projects that they have, like boreholes, clinics, schools and things like that. We're policing on the ground here with motorbikes. We've got 8 motorbikes, and they basically patrol the area. They're not armed guards. These are guys that just, some of them from the community, some of them from outside. They will patrol the areas, pull out a lot of snares, and just maintain a presence. The main method of poaching that we have in Lunga is whip-snares. So they'll actually take a pole and bend it. They'll attach the snare to the end of that pole. It comes down onto the ground, and it's laid over a small hole that's covered up, which the snare is around. And in that small hole there'll be a trigger mechanism. You see the little stick is on this side, the trigger stick here. So the animal steps on that, and then this trigger releases. So whatever animal stands on that, it'll trigger the snare. The snare will slip up the leg of the animal, and the pole will whip back to make sure the snare is set properly. They've picked up already this year like 150 snares in 3 months. We've retrieved 3 muzzle loaders and a rifle also. Our presence is actually helping here. It's a struggle, but slowly, you know, hopefully we'll make a difference with this.